Hello, what's up? Goddamn. Oh, today is a tired day. Today is a Sunday in all its essence. My voice is dead. I got my tea though. Let's get that cam on. There we go. Hey. What's up? I even had like a clean Trusted Sec t-shirt I can wear today. Usually I sort of wear them Monday, Tuesday, and then they're like all I don't have that much dry. Hey, so I need to be like picky about what I wear and when it's washed and stuff. So I have a t-shirt for you guys today. That's awesome. Oh. So NetBIOS, is that you? Is that your other alias? No worries. I think the music should be like low and stuff. So basically I've spent the better part of the whole day putting myself into this Roslyn shit show. And I mean, I've made progress, so hopefully we will make solid progress on today's stream, unlike last week's stream, where we basically sort of developed ourselves into a corner and then realized that we had to learn that difficult thing to do the thing we wanted to do, and then basically that the whole last episode was, I mean, in terms of like debugging perspective and you know what to do when you get stuck. I guess it's a great watch, but for in terms of getting actual stuff done, it wasn't a great watch. So hopefully today will be a way better watch. So if you're watching on YouTube, be sure to subscribe, follow me on Twitter. I stream every Sunday at 3 p.m. EST. As usual, I got my VM with me here. Oh, there we go. I got Dave with me. You know, I wouldn't be able to stream like this every Sunday if it wasn't for Dave. Dave gives me strength. And I have been doing a lot today. So this is... Well, first of all, I started reading about what's called an MS Build workspace. Hey, what's up? And an MS Build workspace is basically a class that integrates with Roslyn that allows you to load a proper solution and, you know, get the projects, get the documents, read the code, stuff like that out of a proper solution. And that's what we want, right? We want all that support logic to help us when we are modifying this stuff. Now, the only issue is, as far as I can tell, modifying stuff in Roslyn is a freaking pain in the butt. Yeah, that picture of Dave is a legend. It's like so this is sort of the main logic. So every time I modify something in the document, I have to manually reparse it for Roslyn to be able to do another modification. So Roslyn doesn't like there. I have to add a lot of manual logic to it. So I'll go through this later. But what I wanted to talk about first is that this is sort of the magic right here. So try apply changes. Will apply the changes you have done to your current solution to the workspace, and that will actually write changes back to disk. Now you might be thinking, Jesus Melvin, why don't you just call this every time you want to make a change? That would be a lot easier, right? Make the change, save it. Well, you can. Turns out you can only call this function once. After that, it doesn't do shit. So yeah, that was a huge pain. So instead of calling this inside my for loop every time I change something in the document, I have to like manually sort of persist the changes I have to use IDs and dynamic functions to sort of get the elements instead of just having them statically. It's a lot more work. But okay, so here's how it goes, right? So I create a new workspace using MS Build workspace, and then I load a solution. So I just point it to a Visual Studio Solutions file, and then I get a solution object. Now, I spent 3 fucking hours trying to find the correct combination of NuGet packages to get this stuff to work. It's a pain in the freaking ass. Turns out you have to be running Net Framework 4.7.2, right? And you have to make sure everything is up to date, and you have to have like at least 4 or 5 specific NuGet packages. Or else it will just bork, it won't work. So yeah, so I get a new solutions file, and then I basically enumerate all the project IDs, and then I for each of those IDs I get that project. And the reason we'll wow, I can't speak, I'm sorry. The reason we're doing it like this that way instead of, you know, just for eaching, because there is a projects property here, is because if we for each project and we make change it goes boo boo. So we have to loop through the IDs and then sort of assign a buffer object that we can make changes to. If we loop through the actual objects, the for loop will bork when we try to make changes to them. And then we do the same for documents. So we loop through each document ID, and for each of those IDs, we get the document object. And then we get something called a syntax root, which is basically like the main node. So I've read a bunch of tutorials today, but I still don't quite understand everything. But my understanding is that within a document is a node, and the node is like the main class, and then there's nodes within that, which could be, you know, a class, a method, a function, a variable. So each node has like a kind, and based on that kind we can filter it. So I get the root node, which is get syntax root async, and then from that root node I get all the descendant nodes of type class declaration. So I'm looking for classes within that main node. And then I get the first class. This is still a bit hacky. I get the first class, and then if it's null, I don't do anything. Yeah, you want to add a for loop for this as well. But right now I'm just processing the first class within a CS file. Usually, you know, we have like a root class, so that should work out fine. And then for each descendant node of that root class. Oh, this is actually wrong. Why am I using this at all? This doesn't matter at all. Cool. Sorry, I just realized something. So for each descendant node of that main root item again, I want to get all the variable declarations. So that's all the, you know, this is a variable declaration. If I do vars name of a variable equals something, that's a variable declaration. So I want to get all the variable declarations. So var declaration, whatever, I don't care. And then again, this is the fun part, I can't loop through this because I want to rename the declarations. So if I loop through them and rename one, it's gonna crash. So I have to instead get the count and then loop through it and pick them out by index. And for each time I do change, I have to re-get all the declarations. Again, Roslyn is smooth, but it wasn't as smooth as I thought it would be. So this ended up being a whole lot more work than I thought it would be, which is interesting, but also, you know, time consuming. And then I get the root element again for that document. Again, the reason I redo this is the document might have changed. We're basically overriding that document later on here. So I get the master node again. Again, I get all the methods. I pick out one method based on the count we got before. So we're basically looping through methods here. And then I get this. I'm not sure what this is. I'm super glad to hear that, dude. So, and then when I get like, okay, so I got a method, a single method. And then I did this, which by my understanding, this like the semantic model is sort of a snapshot of how everything is in the current situation. That's my understanding of it. I haven't read too much of the documentation for these two specifically. I know we need to do them. So I first need to get the compilation, and then I need to get the model, and then from that model I can get the symbol or the name. So I parse it the node. So it's a method node, right? So I give it a node which is a type of variable declaration. So it's a method, and then I get what's called a symbol, and then that symbol can be used in something called a renamer to rename that node. It doesn't matter if it's a method, if it's a variable, if it's a class, it doesn't matter. The rename symbol, I think, will be able to rename it no matter how. So basically, this is my final solution to all the shitty, hacky string parsing I've been doing the last episodes. Don't need to do anything of that right here. At least not for renaming. I'll talk about that later. And again, this is cool, but it like ideally this would just give me a module. No, this gives me the whole fucking solution. So basically I have 3 buckets inside of each other. I change the color, I change the value of the most inner bucket, and then it gives me all 3 buckets back, and then I have to carve out that document again that I just modified. Again, that's a pain. I don't know why. I'm assuming either I'm doing something wrong, or it's just, you know, you're not supposed to use Roslyn for this intended purpose. Whatever. So, okay, I get the whole solution now. So now I have to get back the document that I just modified, the method in. So I get that. I get the syntax root for that document. And then I have to create something called a document editor. So I create a document editor object based out of that document, so I can do replace node. So I replace that method node with a new node, which is this, and then this shouldn't be called root really. I should have never naming. I replace it, and then so then I get back the change document. So I replace something, instead of getting, you know, a document editor back, I get back the document that I actually modified. And then I turn that into a string just for debugging purposes, and then I overwrite the project I'm working with. And this last line here is the whole reason I have to reparse everything within every single for each loop, is because I'm working with variables that I'm changing on runtime inside multiple loops. So that's the whole pain in the butt thing. But you know what? It fucking works. I gotta show you. It sort of kind of really works. So I tried to find some relatively small C# projects. So I picked out sharp no ps execute, which is like a C# native service manager handler. Check that out on GitHub if you haven't. It's relatively new. The reason I use GitHub repos is because I can just reset them after the obfuscation, so I don't have to, you know, go into them and fix everything I made. I'll just copy out that solution file. Wow, my voice is really dying. I'm sorry. And this should technically rename all the verbal declarations in sharp no ps execute to something random. So let me just bring it up and show you what I think will happen when I run it, and then we'll see if something actually happens. So yeah, so all this stuff like here, service handle should be renamed, service info should be renamed. Last char, first char should be renamed. All these verbal declarations should be renamed. So let me run it and see what happens. Again, I'm only using this project because it's a relatively small project. Because this is, yeah, another thing. This is super fucking slow. It's like, I'm sure there's got to be some way I can speed it up. I'm not sure I can parallelize it due to how it works. You know, it has to reload the document it's working with every time. But yeah, it's super fucking slow. So this is basically it trying to obfuscate the variable names of a rather tiny C# project. So let it load the solution. Load the solution, and then it's thinking, it's working, and yeah, this is slow. There aren't even that many variables. And then again, nothing happens until it parsed everything, so it has to keep everything in memory. There we go. And it worked. Look at this. Rename tricking everything. Fucking success. God, that feels great. Damn, that feels great. And it actually worked. Pretty happy with that. Gotta say, I'm pretty happy with that. Does it compile though? It does compile. Does it show me a help menu when I run it? It was too fast. I didn't catch it, but I'm guessing. Well, that's awesome. It fucking works. Yippee-ki-yay. Yeah, so it works. That's great. Now, another thing that we need to sort of investigate more is, I think, so, you know, in this case, I rename a method and it or a variable, and it fixes all the references, at least within the same document for that variable. Now, based on my previous testing, I think it's going to have an issue with method and variables being referenced across classes. Oh, okay, cool. So it was newly released, but it's rather old. Gotcha. Hey, what's up, NetBias? Great. Okay, so we did freaking variable obfuscation. Let's try method obfuscation. So the first thing here I'm noticing is this part right here. So this is this class right here is a node. So I should technically look at that while I'm working. Okay, I'll just leave this for now. So instead of doing verbal declarations, let's try to do method declaration syntax. That's all I have to do. Now it will look for methods instead of variables. I also need to add some constant write lines to sort of show what's going on here. That was a bit quicker because there aren't that many methods. Let's see if something happens. Yeah, something definitely happened. That method is renamed. That method is renamed. That method is renamed. Yeah, fucking works. God damn it. It works. Fuck yeah. Only took me the whole freaking day, but it works. Does it compile? No, it doesn't, because it doesn't have a main, right? So that's another thing. I thought Roslim would be able to identify the changes I made and not apply them if I break something. I thought that was the whole freaking point. I'm assuming there might be some sort of, you know, function to implement that sort of checks to see if everything's good. I need to look that up, but right now it's just complaining about it not having a main function. So we could say like, so, and the original symbol name. Okay, so let me first add some console write lines here to sort of make it easier to see what's going on. So I'll add like a console write line here. Oops. God damn. And then I'll just do like the original symbol name being renamed into this, just so we can see what's going on. And then I'll add another if. So yeah, okay, I'll run this first so we can see what the pairs, if it's the actual main name or if it's some other stuff. Just want to see what actually what the actual name property of that object is. Okay, great. So based on that output, I think I saw main. So we're gonna do if original symbol name equals main, not equals, then we'll do this. Again, that's just to avoid it renaming the method name, or the, sorry, that's just to avoid it renaming the main method, because that would break functionality. So let's rerun that and see if it avoids renaming main. Yeah, it looks like it. Yes to all. There we go. So the variables are back because I reset it and I only ran the functions, so the functions are renamed. Fuck yeah. Works. Goddamn. Okay. So our next endeavor would be to so there's a couple of ways we could apply the logic of obfuscating. We could do it like this, where we are sort of manually picking out the type, or we could implement our own what's called the C# syntax rewriter, which is what I also spent some time doing today. So what a C# syntax rewriter will do is that it will look at the node, and it will, based on what kind of node it is, try to obfuscate it. The problem is that, well, I guess technically this isn't an issue. I'm not sure how we would implement this rename symbol thing within the node. So I think we might want to keep it to this. But we could definitely extract this into a function. So what I was thinking is if we could do the... So this is sort of T type. So I can never recall how that's done. So C# method type T inputs. How does T work in C#? Yeah, this basically. Yeah, I want to use this T input stuff. So let's create a new function called public static. Let's do void for now. Void obfuscate syntax node. And then we'll move basically this whole thing right here. So it definitely needs to return a document. So we'll make it return a document. And then we'll put this whole thing. No, sorry. Oops. We'll put this whole thing in there. And then we'll see what it complains about. So first of all, I want the T input type to reflect what sort of declaration we're looking to target. So T input. It's like that, right? So we'll put this there. Okay, so we'll just do... Then we don't need this, right? Yeah, that's what I meant as well. Okay, So then we need a root node. So this root node, original root, I believe, is of the syntax node type. So that should just be, I guess we could do this syntax node org root to make it look good. And then it's, yes, we gotta make it async task documents. And then it's looking for this doc. So document doc, and then it's looking for this project. So I'll guess we'll do where's this project thing. So this, don't need that. That could be, yeah, okay, so I got 2 of those, that's fine. So the document ID, we can sort of pick project as well. So where's the project from? The project is this. Okay, so that's the project. That's fine. Document ID. So where does it get that from? Pretty sure it just gets that from the actual... Yes, that's this. So I think instead what we'll actually do, because that's also just from the doc. So technically we can like remove this and just put everything in there. Basically just needs the project and the doc ID. So we'll do this, and then it just needs the project and the document ID. So that's the document ID. And it doesn't even need the org root. We can do project instead. So that looks pretty sweet right now. It doesn't return anything, so that's why it's complaining. So we return doc. Original method. So it doesn't really know what that's supposed to be yet, so we could do... I think we can just sort of fake cast it. Yeah. No, it will complain. Isn't it just T then? I thought it was just T. Okay, we're a T interface name, gotcha. Where T is syntax nodes. There we go. So the question now is, did I break everything? Or did I actually add some value to this piece of shit code? Let's see. So, I mean, should be as easy as... Okay, so it should be var doc equals project. Wasn't that the whole point of this? Wait, don't I understand how this works? Public static async task document obfuscate this project. And the argument, it needs a document ID, so that's fine. Then it needs declaration, so variable declaration syntax. Cannot assign a void. Didn't I remove void? Is that the issue? Public static task document cannot assign a void. Implicit tolerable. Okay, so is it like... Okay, I'll just parse, or I'll take in project as an input argument like a normal guy. It just removes this, basically. That's what I'm gonna do. And then I'll add project here, and it should be project. Damn, can't type. There we go. Okay, document. Then we reset the solution. Technically, don't think we need this every time. Didn't it work? Wow, I can't type. Do I have a, like, did I have a seizure, or did, like, what happened? I can't type. Because now... Okay. So the... Okay, so if we... Okay, I think I got it now. So if I want to make multiple changes now, I do method variable declaration. No, method declaration syntax. There we go. So it gets a new document, assigns that to project. Then I get a new document again from that same project. And that should be it. Or do I do it inside here? No, I don't. I just return doc. So, I mean... Is it too much? I guess it's too much to ask for this to work on the first try. That would be... yeah, that never happens, but I'll give it a shot. Let's see how hard it's going to complain about this. Yeah. Syntax tree is not part of the compilation. And that's because... yeah, it doesn't like that. Syntax T is not a part of compilation, refers to the fact that the get compilation here is looking for something from project, and that project has been changed because it doesn't refer back up. I might actually want to do it here. See what happens. I have a feeling I just might break more stuff. We'll see. No, it worked. Okay. Awesome. Oh wow, did I lag now? What happened? Am I lagging? No. Yeah, my camera is lagging, no worries. Am I exhausting any resources here? What's going on? Nope. Should be good. Yeah, it should be good. Yeah, no worries. Okay, so that worked. Let's see what happened. Method declaration definitely worked. The variable obfuscation. Doesn't look like verbal obfuscation did anything. Why did... Okay, I think... is it because of this? Oh, it's gonna bork now because... There we go. No, it only does the method ones. What's going on? So it can't... Okay, I think it's because... Yeah, I'm using the wrong variable declarator, whatever. So if I reset that, let's see again. There we go. It's so cool to watch. Genuinely cool to watch. Slow though. Might just be the VM. Might just be the VM. I do also, let's see. Hey, worked. Variables and functions. Awesome. Okay, great. Let's reset it again. And then I'll remove this, and we'll see if I only need this part right here. So I think the main issue actually is going to be speed, because with how Roslyn works, I can't really parallelize or whatever, thread it, because Roslyn needs to know at every specific time what kind of how the method looks like. So if I try to obfuscate 3 methods at the same time, the same Roslyn library simply won't comply. I could maybe parallelize documents. That didn't do anything to it. So I'm guessing I still need the project thing. Yep. Do I need the solution thing though? Oh, that's gonna look so smooth. I love it. Freaking love it. Let's reset, see if that worked. So we have variables, we have methods, now strings. So there's a couple. So I looked into this, and the main issue with this is when we're obfuscating strings the way I want to do them, we're actually sort of removing the string, and in place of, you know, double quotes and a string, we're giving it a method reference. And there's two ways we can do it. Either we can do it sort of the way we have been, I mean, string obfuscation wasn't the issue. That's not why we moved to doing it this way. The reason we moved to doing it this way was because of cross-referencing method names and stuff, and we wanted Roslyn to handle that, and I think it does. Because if we want to do string obfuscation in Roslyn, we would have to like recreate nodes in the Roslyn syntax. And I looked into it. We could like parse snippets and replace nodes and stuff. So we let's see if this worked first. It did. Variables and functions. Yeah, awesome. That's so cool. That's so cool. Cool. Method variables. I think we could do classes as well now. Class declaration syntax. And then we need to do strings. So I started looking into it. So what we could do is that for the... I'm just gonna rip some old work here that I played with earlier. I think there's that one snippet I want. So we could do the same thing. So we want to create an async of the document. So that would be this part in the beginning here. We want to get the document. Thanks for the follow. Wow, follow. I cannot. So we want that new document. I think it's like text async something. Get text async. This is just for us to debug. Change document. That's fine. Want to replace a node. So we need to the new root node, which I think we could parse. That's the thing. The current root 3 would be the none of this crap. It would be just be org root. Because I think we can. There's this. No, further up. This right here is interesting. So this right here allows us to create a node straight from string. So we could pull out the string declaration inside the sharp syntax. We could override. So what you would do is you would override the visit function. So you create a class that inherits from C# syntax rewriter. This is how Roslyn wants you to do it, by the way. They want you to inherit from this, and then override specific functions and filter the return value to your liking. Right. So if I wanted to remove every extra semicolon, I would parse every syntax node or every node, look for an extra semicolon, remove it, and then return it without that. That would be one way. So what I want to do is I want to, for every literal string expression, I want to do my obfuscation, string obfuscation or string encryption, really, which we talked about in part 1. And then I'll add that to a string dictionary again. We did this in part 1. And then now I have to replace it, but I have to do it with nodes and not strings, which is going, well, technically kind of have to. Don't really have to, but I should. So let's string dict. So let's do, I think it's just visit. So I think I can just do org root visit or string obfu equals new sharp string obfuscation something. What did I call it? I can't recall what I called it. C# obfuscator. And then you would call, I believe it was visit, and then that, maybe not. Is it document then? No, I'm pretty sure it was the syntax tree. Okay, yeah, I'm saying it, but I'm not doing it. So you would get the current syntax 3, get syntax or syntax tree, there we go. And then this would do the visit thing. There we go. It's a visit. Visit on the syntax node. Why can't I do... this is a syntax node. I need to look this up. So I found, actually, I wanted to share, I think I need to share this with you. So I found this great article explaining C# syntax writers. I don't think it's this one. Oh, okay, of course, I'm an idiot. Such an idiot. So I want to do it on this. I want to do this visit and then give it a syntax node, which should be the org. There we go. I'm so stupid, my bad. And now for each of those, because this will trigger the creation of the dictionary with all the strings that obfuscated, before and after of the strings. So I can now go into this dot underline string dictionary, dict item. Sort of cheating. It's not a dictionary. It's a list of 2 objects. So it's a shitty dictionary. That's what it is. It's a super inefficient dictionary. That's what it is. So is my webcam hacking on stream, or is it just hacking? Fuck, actually, is my webcam lagging on stream, or is it just me? Is it just on my side? Anybody here to confirm that would be great. Not sure what's going on. It's okay. Oh. No. Yeah, something's going on. Let me try to lower the resolution. So it's actually not my internet connection or anything. It's something wrong with NVIDIA Broadcast or something. I'm just gonna ignore it for now. Okay, so for each of the dictionary items in here, there's a before and after. So before is a string I'm looking to replace with the after. So I could do, so my sort of thinking would be, you know, if I could take this root element here and root text, get text to string, and then I could do the replacement. So root text equals root text of replace dict item before with dict item after. And then if I could parse this root text back into the node and then do the node replacement thing. So, and that's what I wanted to pull from this. I think I can do that. Oh my god, if this works. God damn it, if this works. I'm gonna be so happy. I kinda don't need them. Kinda don't need this. And then I need this. 100% need this. Okay, so if this works, yeah, there's definitely something wrong here. I could try to. The thing is, I don't want to restart NVIDIA Broadcast because my mic is gonna fuck up, and then I have a feeling that Streamlabs is not gonna like it, and then this stream is over. So I'm just gonna ignore the webcam. Actually, you don't need to see me if I'm that laggy. Freedom. Okay, so what I did now is that I basically ran it to this override function for visit. That function pulls out all the string references, puts them into a nice little object that's called string dictionary. For each of those objects, I'm going to get the root element out in text and replace it. This is basically what we did before I dived into using nodes in Roslyn, and it worked great. The issue was when we wanted to do methods and variables and stuff. We solved that, so I mean, this could be it. 100% this could be it. I'm only skeptical to see if I can actually parse that text back into the node and replace it. Let's see if this works. God damn, this is so exciting. If this works, I'm gonna be super happy. Super happy. So it's doing the variable obfuscation. That's correct. Then it's going to do the method obfuscation. And now it's going to try. So this is the new root text. As you can see, I got some string obfuscations down here. This is gonna fail in there, but I just want to see if I can parse it back into a node. Okay, unable to cast object of type local declaration statement to type block syntax. Oh yeah, I know why. I know why. Actually, to speed this up, I'm going to just comment out this. No need to do all this right now when we're sort of debugging this one issue, since it's slow and takes time. So apparently block syntaxes need to have those marks around it for it to be recognized as a node. Roslyn is weird. Hey, got recognized. Awesome. Awesome. Replace. Okay. 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 I mean, if this works, man, I'm so happy. So don't obfuscate assembly info. Mm -hmm. Okay, so now we get into this. So again, I want to check if there's any classes here before I do any of this. I want to basically do the first this check. We don't want to do this if we're not in a class. This is to avoid all the assembly info classes and stuff. We want to make sure everything, yeah, we want to make sure it's actually usable code in there that we're trying to obfuscate, not assembly info. Okay, moment of truth. Hey, yeah, boy, it worked. Oh my God, this is actually starting to look like something. So obviously, this is all a freaking nightmare at this point, but it's doable. So I wonder if this might solve it. We'll see. Not sure if this will solve it or break it. Just trying to get around the semicolons on the sides. Could parse it out, but we'll see if this works. That didn't work at all. Hmm. Hmm. Skip it. Let's go. This looks correct. The thing is that I only want to remove the semicolons because I can't parse the statements with this. So I sort of want to get open. What is this? Open brace token, parent, raw kind. You think that will work? We'll see. Oh my god, that worked. Fuck yes. No, did it though? Oh yeah, I removed something. That worked. Okay, great. 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 But where's the actual... What happened to the obfuscation? No, maybe it didn't do anything. Frick. Yeah, I think I just reset it after I ran it, so I think I tricked myself here. Let's see. Yep, totally tricked myself. Why am I using Bing? God damn it. Oh no, I'm just doing this all wrong. Yeah, I'm doing this all wrong. I just need, I know what to do. Just need to follow any example, whatever at all. This, for example. Yeah, parse text, that's what I want to do. God damn it. That's going to be syntax free, and then I want to get node or something. Get root, probably. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Done. That should work fine. Let's reset and run. There we go. Yeah. Yep. Awesome. Okay. Another thing, we need to add this function, and it's super easy to add right now. So let's first of all just call this, let's make a region for this, string obfuscation, and then let's end that region here. And the region, this is just so I don't need to look at it, or just we can hide it. Then we basically, so since we do string obfuscation, we need to have access to this function XOR, right? So what we could do is that we could, let me just steal this, basically. Yeah, basically this. So we need to add that, and that's actually super easy. So for this document, we do this, and then we do XOR source, XOR node, and then we create a new document, again, editor from a document, and then we basically, instead of replace node, we add node. Insert node, insert before. Awesome. Insert new nodes before nodes already existing in the tree. So the original root node would be maybe too much. So we could find the main method. That would be easy. So find main method. So var main method equals this method declaration syntax, and then where okay, this is gonna be dirty. Close your eyes. So I want to insert before the main. I want to insert the XOR node, and yeah, that's it. So we need the XOR source. So we could do like a probably static string. Oh my god, I can't type. Static string XOR source equals and then I need to get that XOR source, which is this. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. We should be able to parse that just fine. And then it should be able to add that basically. Let's see if that works. That would be even cooler. So okay, yeah, I'll try first. I have a feeling this might not work. Might have to do the whole yeah, might have to do the actual thing. But yeah, because we have multiple instances of editor. So let's close that region. Let's call this XOR editor. Let's call this XOR document. That should be fine now, I think. Yep. Let's see what happens. Let's see if we can find the main method at all. So it did find the main method, that's great. And tells me to... It did also manage to get... Okay. This looks really promising. No, it does not. Insert before. Okay, let's just search for insert before. Again, why am I not using Google? Why can't it get change document? Unable to cast object of type compilation unit syntax to type member declaration syntax. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. So does the node have to be of the same type? That's kind of weird. I thought I could just insert it into any document. Like insert. Add member maybe? Okay. That should be the main node, which is this. Okay, maybe that works, we'll see. Because this is a method declaration syntax, this should be, okay, it should work. We should be able to cast it, we'll see. Should work is like the name of the game, I feel. Okay, so yeah, baby. Okay, okay. Let's see. Show me the function, please. Show me the function, please. I don't see any function. Nope. That's sad. Hmm. Oh, I think I know why actually. So I think I have to skip string obfuscation right now for this to work. I think string obfuscation is overwriting the project again. We'll see. Nope. Okay. Let's Google some more. C# add method to Roslyn class. He basically ends up doing it through substrings. Oh my god. Yeah. Okay, let's do that then. Frick. So basically what he ended up doing was not doing any of that. Not doing any of that. He was just basically taking the document, the root document, and so it was like raw doc text. Hmm. Och så ska jag göra det här. Now this is basically the definition of hacky. But did it work though? Because if it did, I don't... Yeah, it did. Freaking worked. Then I parse it back into a node and replace the original node, put it into the project, and it should have an XOR. There we go. Awesome. So this should be system, right? System text encoding. Gotcha. There we go. And then I can basically add the string obfuscation back. And then we need to take a look at the filtering we did for the original one technically. But yeah, so I'm gonna open up our original RosFuscator. I didn't tell you guys, but this is like a separate solution that I've been testing in, so it hasn't even been added to the original solution yet. But if this works now, I'm gonna call it stream. In 1 hour, we're basically finished the freaking project. If this works, basically. So I'm gonna take this. I'm basically gonna rip this whole thing. No. I do not want to rip this whole thing. Because I just want to rip the if logic from it. So I want the bad types and bad strings. And then... Oh. Oh no, need to be there. How can you tell it's getting late? Well, I can't do jack shit in C#. That's when you know it's getting late. Come on, give me a last compile. Nope, the gnome doesn't exist. Yeah, I get that. Raw nodes. That's fine. Is that everything you have to complain about? Oh, there's more, isn't it? There we go. Compile. Awesome. Okay, I'll re-add the string obfuscation if I already haven't done that. That's old. Okay, I'll wait for these. Okay, that's re-added. Awesome. Resetting the project. Okay, let's see what happens. It can't be that bad, right? Okay. It didn't get the XOR in-core method. Why didn't it do that? That's that. That's the string obfuscation that worked. Why didn't it get the XOR? Oh yeah, okay, I know why. So yeah, I know why. It's because I have to reassign these variables basically, because they changed, so it's doing it to the old ones. Let's see. Come on. I see no red. Hey, freaking worked. String obfuscation is there. Now let's see if we can do method as well. Come on. Come on, you can do it. I believe in you. I really do. Okay, let's go. Let's do everything. Oh, I want to go to bed. Let's do everything. Come on. Come on. Oh, yeah. Whoop, whoop. God damn, it worked. Hey, it even compiles. We got class. We got variables. We got strings. We got the whole shebang. Yes. Oh, I can see in the end of this project now. I can see the end, guys.
I'm not sure I understand.
I'm not sure either. Oh, I can see the end. Oh. I'm guessing this is undetected now as well. Yes! Baby, let's go! Yes! Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna wrap it up from there. 100% gonna wrap it up from there. Oh. Oh, I think my webcam works now. Let's see. Yep, my webcam's back as well, so must have been a weird thing. That's 100% today. That's 100% it for today. I can't even speak. My brain is boiling. So we ended up sort of making it hacky. So I really want to implement adding the main function or adding the encryption function in nodes using Rosalind and not in this super hacky fucking string thing. Even though this will work just fine. I kind of also want to do that for the string obfuscation, but I think that's going to be super fucking difficult doing that with string obfuscation. And the next time I'll add this to the actual RosFuscator solution. I'll comment it, clean it up, or attempt to at least. But also we need to test this against larger projects because I do think there's no way this doesn't break Rubius. There's literally no way. It has to. And so we'll really have to push Rosalind to the limits in terms of if it can sort of resolve cross class references, cross method use, stuff like that. So we'll see. But that is 1000% it for today. I am so tired. And I got a whole week of work ahead of me, so I mean, yeah. Ooh. That was a relief though. That was a relief. I gotta take a quick screenshot for I gotta take a quick screenshot for Twitter. Twitter. Let's do that. Oh no. Okay. Oof. I was wondering here. Thank you so much for joining in, guys. I'm really trying to grow the YouTube, so be sure to freaking go to the YouTube channel and subscribe and share and whatever. Do what you can, man. I'm really trying to grow it. Um, Again, I'll be streaming next Sunday, same time, 3 p.m. EST or 9 p.m. UTC, I believe. That's either 9 or 8 p.m. UTC. It's 3 p.m. ETC. Thank you so much for joining in. I really appreciate it. Yeah, that was a solid 1.5 hours. It felt like 5 hours. Like every minute of that was my brain freaking boiling. Yeah, I guess I'll see you next Sunday. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Be sure to join in next Sunday. Yep. Enjoy the few hours. I mean, if you're in US time, enjoy the rest of your weekend. If you're in Europe, get ready for that Monday morning. It's coming real quick. Thank you so much for joining in, guys. Really appreciate it. Bye bye.